Fleet vehicles are the pillar of the Texas economy, moving freight, enabling businesses, supporting our government, and transporting students to and from schools. But these fleets are facing major challenges when it comes to high gasoline prices, the need to reduce their emissions, and increasing demands to reduce their dependence on foreign oil. There is one alternative fuel solution that is already helping Texas fleets address all these challenges at once: Propane Autogas.
Propane is often known for barbecues and for heating your home, but in much of the world, propane is used to fuel vehicles.
Propane is the world's third most widely used fuel, behind gasoline first and diesel second.
I mean, here in Texas, there are more alternative fueled vehicles running using propane than there is any other alternative fuel combined. And it's been around for many, many years.
For the last 30 years, Schwann's has been utilizing propane for their home delivery fleet. So currently they have about 5,000 trucks driving around the country. Of those 5,000, about 4,000 of them are running on propane.
Fleets of all sizes can enjoy significant cost savings by switching to propane autogas. In fact, fleets can save anywhere between 30 and 50% on fuel costs.
Just like any other company, especially those in the transportation, fuel cost is always a concern.
The continued fluctuation of diesel fuel and unleaded fuels just makes it hard to predict what your expenses are going to be.
Even without government credits, the propane fleet comes out as the cheapest option for the company.
There are already hundreds of publicly accessible propane autogas fueling stations across the Lone Star State.
The good thing about autogas is the availability of fueling stations throughout the nation.
A fleet operator typically will have his own refueling station at his site. It's a real convenience.
We are under contract with a company that provides our fuel for us, so we get a stable, low price on our fuel.
Since we have the infrastructure set up in our location, it's really easier for us to operate on propane than it is on any other fuel.
The cost to install a propane fueling station can be minimal when compared to the cost of a CNG fueling station.
We've installed a 500-gallon propane tank at our facility, and in it we have such range on the vehicles, we've never needed to fuel anyplace else.
It's easy to fill, and the fill time is seamless to the other fuels.
It's next to impossible to pilfer fuel from a propane system. It can't be siphoned. It can't be taken out of a tank like you would gasoline or diesel. It has to be transported in sealed containers. And so fleets have shown that pilferage has almost completely disappeared by switching to autogas.
From taxis to buses to delivery vehicles, fleets of all kinds are enjoying the benefits of propane autogas. Many aftermarket conversion kits are available for both dedicated and dual fuel vehicles. This means you can start out by purchasing new propane autogas vehicles, or you can convert the vehicles you already own.
It's a very simple process to convert a vehicle.
The integration can be accomplished by 2 well-trained technicians in 1 business day.
Now there's OEM vehicles available from General Motors and Ford.
The vehicle that I'm driving, for example, is a dedicated propane-powered vehicle. The performance is totally transparent to the casual user.
We really don't lose any horsepower. We really don't lose any torque.
A propane vehicle can drive, under most circumstances, between 300 and 500 miles. And that's something that's virtually impossible to do with any other alternative fuel.
Well, the truck behind me has a 60-gallon tank of which we can put 48 gallons of propane in it. And that truck will go about 550 miles between fuel fill-ups.
State and federal incentives may be available to fleets switching to propane autogas. Please contact your propane retailer for more information. When compared to vehicles fueled by gasoline and older diesel vehicles, autogas vehicles significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and particulate emissions.
We've been in it so long, we've been sustainable long before sustainable was the buzzword.
With all of the industry changes with diesel, we're rapidly seeing that we're going to need to start proportionately increasing our fleet to have more propane in it than diesel.
Propane autogas burns cleaner than gasoline. Many fleets report lower operating costs, less maintenance, and longer engine life.
The engines typically will last longer because of how clean it is and how clean it runs in the engine.
Again, it's a cleaner burning fuel, so we don't seem to have as many engine issues.
We actually change the oil less frequently And the reason for that is the propane has a lower hydrocarbon content, so the oil does not get dirty as quickly.
Worldwide use of propane autogas shows that it has one of the best safety records of any fuel, conventional or alternative.
Propane tanks are 4 times more puncture resistant than gasoline. School buses equipped with propane tanks are safer during an accident. The cases where propane vehicles have been involved in accidents, the propane systems have been by far less susceptible to damage than a gasoline or diesel fuel system.
Switching from gasoline to propane autogas means reducing your reliance and our country's reliance on foreign oil.
We're quite fortunate to be in a state of Texas here where almost 65% of the world's LP or propane is stored.
At a time really in our world where we think about where we get our energy, where our energy comes from, you know, this is a great choice from that perspective. Propane is 97%, if you will, domestically produced.
In so many ways, the economy of this great state depends on the vehicle fleets that carry our goods, deliver our services, and transport our children.
So when you take a look at all the time savings, plus the savings per gallon, it's almost a no-brainer.
And our goal is by next year this time to be actually claimed that our fleet is 100% operated on alternative fuel.
You can actually use a clean fuel that's less expensive. Why in the world wouldn't you consider it from the get-go? Not necessarily as an alt fuel, but as your primary fuel.
The Texas Railroad Commission provides additional information and training to fleets upon request. Please visit www.propane.tx.gov or call 1-800-64-CLEAR for more information. This video is brought to you by the Propane Council of Texas. Propane, Texas fuel, Texas proud.